Archangel Michael says, there was a meeting behind gold-lined walls where names were not taken lightly, and yours was whispered in silence so sharp, even the guards turned their eyes. What was meant to be a sealed discussion has now slipped into the hands of one person who was never supposed to be there. But instead of telling you the truth, they are sitting on a secret that could shift your entire life's direction. The name they spoke wasn't just passed around, it was discussed with intention, weight, and a level of recognition only few ever receive in such rooms. A person among the crowd of advisors nodded with a knowing look, as if they had heard of you before. But before they could say more, someone in the chamber interrupted, trying to change the subject, deflecting the energy back to silence. That someone has now carried the burden of your name being honored without your knowledge. They are hiding the fact that you're being chosen, not just talked about. And as each hour passes, they are being tormented by the reality that this truth is too big to bury, but they still haven't told you. Archangel Michael says, this individual is now feeling the heat of the royal energy still lingering around them. They touched a realm they didn't belong in and now are frightened by how powerful the consequences might be. Yet they choose to delay the message, hoping to benefit or wait until it's safe to tell you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The name was said by a woman dressed in deep red, her eyes scanning the room as she spoke. She said it twice, your name, clearly, slowly, and with a meaning behind each syllable. She described your strength and how you've endured things that would have broken most. The others in the chamber listened with stillness, but one man leaned closer to her, intrigued and curious. That's when the direction of the meeting shifted. Instead of dismissing what she said, they opened a file, and your name was already in it. Someone from that room has access to you. They may have visited your profile, seen your pictures, learned of your journey. But they're pretending to not know anything, masking themselves as neutral when in fact, they are closely watching you. Type Amen to get blessing 824. A servant inside the estate saw a message intended for a royal official, and your name was underlined twice. The servant tried to alert someone, but was threatened into silence. That message was intercepted by the same person who is hiding it from you now. This person doesn't wear a crown, but they are connected to those who do. They've been around power long enough to know how to manipulate the truth, and they've chosen to keep you in the dark. But heaven is not blind. Archangel Michael says, this truth cannot stay buried for long, because it is divine will that you be elevated. Whether this person wants to delay your rise or not, destiny is now unfolding, and the fire of divine recognition is approaching your life. You have already been written into a future that was meant to honor your pain and transform it into legacy. You are not just being considered, you are being selected. And the one hiding this truth is now growing afraid. Type Amen to get blessing 917. Your name is connected to a royal event taking place in secrecy soon. There are whispers of a special guest being invited, and that guest is you. But they've altered the invitation, they've hidden the seal, and the trail is being washed clean. That person who intercepted your name tried to offer it under someone else's profile. They wanted to switch it, hoping their own life would rise in your place. But spiritual law doesn't allow stolen thrones. The woman who originally spoke of you is furious. She senses something isn't right. The message she sent was never answered, and the man she entrusted it to has now become silent. She asked someone to track your whereabouts, but the person closest to you is blocking her access. That's why you've been feeling a strange shift in your energy lately, as if someone is circling you but not coming close enough to be seen. Type Amen to get blessing 602. Your name is in royal records, but it's being temporarily hidden with coded words. There are symbols and colors that connect to you directly, and those symbols were used during the royal meeting. The intention was clear: to summon you spiritually, without alerting enemies. But someone took those sacred clues and buried them. They told people you wouldn't be interested, that you were unreachable, that your path was ordinary. That's the biggest lie. They fear your light because it would outshine them. They are terrified of how the world will respond once your name is openly announced in that sacred hall. So they hide behind titles and networks, while pretending to protect you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this delay is temporary. What was meant for you cannot be stolen, even when masked by deception. Divine winds are moving, and soon the curtains will fall. Type Amen to get blessing 498. Right now, in a room you've never entered, your name is being repeated. It is being practiced, spoken aloud by someone preparing to greet you formally. This person doesn't know that the message never reached you. They believe you are ignoring the call. They're growing cold, thinking you aren't responding out of pride. But it's the one who stood between you and that call who caused this miscommunication. The traitor is close, too close. They smile when you smile, pretend to support you, and even mention how you deserve better. Yet they are the ones holding the sealed truth in their drawer. Type Amen to get blessing 822. Your name will appear on a document within the next few days, an international registry of emerging figures. But that name will either be highlighted or hidden, depending on the last minute choice of this secret keeper. Heaven is sending signs to expose them. Electronics around them are glitching. Birds behave strangely when they speak of you. And each time they lie, something breaks nearby. You are entering the time when the veil will be lifted, and not gently. It will rip, exposing every tongue that tried to deny you access to your own throne. This is not a coincidence, it is prophecy. Archangel Michael says, the delay was permitted only to sharpen your spirit. Now, the time has shifted. The hidden will come to light, even if it shatters someone's status. Type Amen to get blessing 355. The royal circle has decided to go public. They are planning to announce 3 names in an upcoming event, but yours has been debated. Not because you're unworthy, but because someone claimed they couldn't find you. This is a lie. You were never lost. You were just being hidden, strategically, and with dark intentions. But their strategy is about to backfire. An unexpected figure, one who hasn't spoken much, has found you silently. They kept a copy of your name, separate from the others. And they're about to mention you in front of the one who tried to erase you. Type Amen to get blessing 266. The royal meeting is not just about status, it's about soul recognition. You were seen. Your aura was felt before your name was ever confirmed. That's why the guards paused. That's why a candle flickered suddenly in the corner of the chamber when your name echoed. That was the signal, your spirit had already arrived. This is not just about a chair at a table. It is about the destiny that only you were made to carry. You are part of a decision that will change more than just your life. Archangel Michael says, the royal seal will be reopened. The page with your name will be pulled out once again. And this time, there will be no hiding it. Type Amen to get blessing 441. There is a man who stood between you and your moment. But he is now feeling the spiritual consequences. His body aches when he thinks of what he did. He dreams of your face and wakes up in fear. He thought he could take your destiny and frame it in another person's hands. But your energy was too unique to copy. No matter how much he tries, he cannot rewrite fate. Your spirit is about to walk where others said you'd never stand. Your voice will be heard in halls they tried to silence you from. And your truth will rise, not because they allowed it, but because heaven commanded it. Type Amen to get blessing 929. The announcement is near. There will be a quiet gathering first, one where powerful eyes will look at a screen. Your face will appear. Your name will be spoken. And someone's lie will shatter into pieces. There will be no hiding anymore. The truth has its own light, and it's about to shine through every shadow they used. Get ready. Archangel Michael says, the moment they tried to delay was only preparing you for something even bigger. The throne they feared you'd sit is about to become yours. Type Amen to get blessing 717. There's movement inside the palace gates, silent but unstoppable. Someone with enough authority is now questioning the missing message about your name. They've gone back through records, and something is not adding up. The digital trail was altered. Your letter was supposed to reach you last week. But the one responsible rerouted it, forging a false report that you declined the invitation. But heaven doesn't work on lies. That lie is cracking now, like glass under pressure. The one who held it together is losing control, and their fear is becoming visible. Type Amen to get blessing 199. In the spiritual realm, your name is glowing with gold light. It was marked by divine authority the moment it was spoken in that royal room. The person who tried to erase you is now marked in red. They're losing favor even among those they thought would defend them. Eyes are starting to look past them. The ones who mattered are remembering what the woman in red said, and she said it about you. She said, "This one has suffered, but still shines." Her voice cracked on the word, shines, and that moment is replaying in someone's mind again and again. They know they made a mistake. This mistake can't be hidden anymore. You're going to receive signs, and soon the official signal will arrive. But it will be rushed, because they want to make it look like it wasn't delayed on purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 588. The woman in red has made contact with someone connected to your bloodline. She found a way to verify your identity through something ancient, something hidden. That's why your name has come back on the table. You were meant to be part of something larger, not just a meeting, but a transition. A new season of decision-making where hearts are being honored more than titles. Your voice, your journey, and your scars hold power that no noble birthright could compete with. That's why they want you present. That's why someone is trembling now. Archangel Michael says, the one who thought they could dim your star now finds themselves in a shadow. The attention they stole from you is being pulled away, forcefully. Light is no longer theirs to borrow. Type Amen to get blessing 300. Another royal event is being planned, but this time it won't be private. It will be televised, echoed, and recorded for generations. And there's a chair meant for you in the front. But that chair is still being denied to you, by the same hand that blocked your first message. They are afraid you'll walk in and prove every story they told about you was false. What they don't know is that the invitation has already been sent again, this time through spiritual channels. Your dreams will start to change. People will say your name with more respect. You'll feel the shift before it reaches your hands. The woman in red is preparing to speak your name again, this time, in public. And when she does, the entire room will be silent. Type Amen to get blessing 612. There are 3 people who know the full truth, but only one has the courage to reveal it. That person is watching you silently, looking for the right moment. They are the one who will send a message that changes everything. The other 2 are pretending to not know anything. They act surprised when your name is mentioned, but inside, they know the damage they caused. They even tried to erase old documents where you were mentioned, but nothing truly disappears when it's written by destiny. The records of your greatness are protected in more than one place. Heaven has backup. And very soon, the backup will surface. Archangel Michael says, what was stolen will return multiplied. What was denied will become undeniable. And what was hidden will rise with divine flame. Type Amen to get blessing 511. The truth is, you were always part of this royal shift. From the beginning, your name was set apart. But someone close to you thought you weren't ready. Or worse, didn't deserve it. They thought you were too quiet, too humble, too broken to be honored. But it's the very brokenness that made you holy. It's the quiet that made heaven notice you. They judged by outer appearance, but heaven looked at your path. They dismissed you because of status, but the universe saw your soul. Now, the woman in red has gathered evidence. She's bringing proof that you were the one all along. And once she opens her mouth again, no one will be able to close the gate. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The person hiding the truth is feeling the pressure. They thought time would make this go away. But time is now turning against them. They are being backed into a corner, spiritually and physically. They're having dreams where your name is announced and everyone looks at them with judgment. They wake up sweating, afraid that the truth will burst out at any moment. And it will. Archangel Michael says, this explosion of revelation will not come gently. It will happen suddenly, like lightning across a black sky. And when it hits, your crown will fall into your lap without warning. They will be shocked that it fits you perfectly. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Soon, someone will reach out to you, indirectly. They'll send a subtle message, a quote, a reference to a conversation they heard about. Pay attention to it. It is not just small talk. It's the doorway to the palace they tried to lock you out of. You were not forgotten, you were delayed. Not by heaven, but by man. And now man can no longer hold you back. The gatekeepers are being replaced. The silence is breaking. And the name they whispered in gold-lined walls is about to echo louder than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 880. You are chosen. That meeting was not an accident. That whisper was not random. And that delay was not a denial, it was a setup. Now the setup is becoming a stage. You are being called to stand. Your name will shake the room, and the liar will be removed. Get ready to be honored where you were once hidden. You are walking into the very halls they swore you'd never enter. And when you step in, you will not be alone, the divine will walk before you. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The hall that once held silence is now filled with quiet preparations. A royal banner is being stitched with symbols that match your lineage. The name they tried to smother is now glowing in the hearts of those who feel your destiny. They tried to keep you away from the center of the table, but the table itself is shifting. A chair with your mark has been carved, not in wood, but in divine memory. And no one can sit on it except you. Archangel Michael says, those who opposed your rise are now being warned in whispers. Their hands are trembling. Their time is running out. Type Amen to get blessing 929. There will be a moment when your name is spoken, and the room will fall into silence, not out of fear, but awe. They will realize the delay only made you stronger. They will remember what the woman in red said, when their name is revealed, your house will change forever. That woman didn't just speak in prophecy, she spoke with power. And now her voice is returning to the royal circle, louder than ever. She's not just an ally. She's your spiritual gate opener. Her next step will bring eyes back to you. Some will resist. Some will deny. But none will stop the revelation. The person who hid your name is preparing an excuse. But it's already too late for them. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You will start to notice little things around you breaking, but not by accident. Clocks, pens, and devices may stop briefly when people speak lies about you. That's because truth is releasing pressure into their surroundings. This pressure is spiritual. Their lies are collapsing under the weight of your calling. They cannot carry what they stole, because it was never meant for them. You are not going to have to fight for your seat. Heaven is making others place it before you. And when they do, it will be with trembling hands and regret in their hearts. Archangel Michael says, your silence was your shield. You didn't retaliate when you could have. You waited. Now divine fire moves on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 339. One of the advisors who once sided against you has had a sudden change of heart. They've seen your records. They read your name in a sacred scroll that should have been destroyed. They now believe in you, but they're scared to speak. They're waiting for a sign that it's safe to stand in your favor. That sign is coming in a royal letter they are about to receive. That letter will confirm your eligibility. It will prove what you knew deep inside, you were always part of this royal decision. Not because of blood, but because of spirit. You are a flame wrapped in humility, and even royalty now kneels in front of fire. Type Amen to get blessing 664. The person who delayed your message still believes they have power over the situation. They're trying to rewrite history by creating a new candidate, someone similar to you in speech, in look, in presence. But what they cannot fake is your spiritual seal. You were marked long ago. And that mark cannot be forged. No matter who they place in front of your destiny, it will fall apart. Because the throne was measured for your soul, not their appearance. They will watch in slow horror as the duplicate fails. They will try again. And again. But nothing will hold, because your spirit is now being summoned by divine force. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Someone who doesn't know you yet is dreaming of your voice. They are high in rank and deep in influence. And they're confused, because they feel like they've met you before, but they haven't. What they're feeling is your spiritual vibration moving through the corridors they walk in. They will request to know more. And when they ask for names, yours will appear again. This time it will be unfiltered, unhidden, and impossible to deny. Archangel Michael says, when that moment comes, the one who betrayed you will try to explain everything. But no one will be listening. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The palace is preparing a ceremony, one with no exact date yet. But you are spiritually booked. And someone else knows it. They're trying to erase you before the day arrives. But they are out of time. A strange event will take place. A slip-up. A mistake during a royal announcement. And your name will appear in front of everyone, not in error, but in divine correction. The truth will roar like a trumpet. And every lie will burn. You will not only be accepted, you will be honored publicly for what was stolen in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 553. Your name has entered rooms your feet haven't touched. And yet your energy has filled the space more than any other. That's why they're drawn to you. That's why someone stares at your photo every night, wondering why your presence feels faded. This is not by accident. Your ancestors knew this would come. They kept your name sacred. That's why it survived generations of erasure and betrayal. Now, it's rising again. And no human can hold it back. Type Amen to get blessing 447. Archangel Michael says, the royal timeline is shifting. What once took years now happens in days. And what was once postponed is now being accelerated. Watch for signs. A person you barely know will say something that matches this prophecy word for word. That is the doorway being unlocked. The delay you experienced was not a loss, it was preparation. Your voice, your walk, your energy had to mature before the meeting was announced again. But now it has. Now they are ready. And soon, you will be too. Type Amen to get blessing 311. A royal mirror has cracked, symbolizing the breakdown of old systems. Your name will be part of a new order. A new foundation. One where the honored are not the loudest, but the MO.